I was working in a sawmill as a plant engineer in Magnolia, Mississippi. And on one Thanksgiving, I went down to Cocoa Beach, Florida to visit my in-laws. And they asked me to come out and watch a shuttle launch. And I said, hey, I'm on vacation. I don't want to go fight the crowds and stuff like that. And they said, oh, come on, I think you'll like it. And I went out and watched that shuttle launch. And I promise you, before it was over, I had tears in my eyes. I was jumping up and down. And all I could think in my head was, I've got to work in this business.
With his passion for aerospace ignited, Bill Parsons began working for Pan Am at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. He eventually moved on to the McDonnell Douglas Corporation, and then to NASA.
In 1990, when I came to work for NASA, they had just started a program where the University of Central Florida and NASA were combining to come up with a master's program for engineering management. To me, it was a first-rate program. We had the right classes that were held. Whenever I left a class, I usually could apply it in my everyday work life, of which I was working full-time at the time.
As Parsons' career progressed, he drew more and more from the knowledge and experience he acquired while at UCF.
As I moved up in the chain and as I moved up in various positions, I began to use those skills that I'd been given from the University of Central Florida on a regular basis, and eventually to the point where I had risen to a center director at the Stennis Space Center.
It was around this time that NASA experienced the heartbreaking tragedy of losing the shuttle Columbia and her crew.
When the accident occurred, they looked around the agency and they said, who has all the skills and the wide breadth of experience that we need to have to go do this shuttle program management for return to flight, safe return to flight. And I was chosen to go do that job.
Parsons took on the challenges of rebuilding both the program and the shaken confidence of the NASA professionals, and to this day has shown himself to be a clear example of successful leadership. As manager of the Space Shuttle program, he himself marvels at the expertise that surrounds him.
For me, the most rewarding experience is to be around the best and the brightest this nation has to offer, and to be able to be involved in such a noble cause like human spaceflight.
Recently, Parsons' son decided to follow in his father's footsteps by attending UCF, where he is currently a senior.
When he went to school there, the first thing I asked him to do is look into the co-op program. He did, and he was accepted as a co-op for NASA out at the Kennedy Space Center. And to see the excitement grow in him, and also to see how his education at the University of Central Florida is making him invaluable to the Kennedy Space Center. So you add the two together, and you say, not only is it just a great benefit for my son, it's a great benefit for NASA, it's a great benefit for aerospace.
Though Bill Parsons serves as the manager for the shuttle program at NASA, he humbly admits that the success he enjoys is a result of the people around him and the knowledge imparted to him. Bill Parsons truly demonstrates what it is to be the University of Central Florida's distinguished alumnus.
For me, it's a very humbling experience. I mean, I find that I'm just Bill Parsons, and I'm just had these great opportunities in NASA, but I have all these people around me that do this great work in human spaceflight. And I don't know, it's difficult to find the right words to say just what it means to me, because I'm very proud to be a part of the great institution called NASA, and also to be a part of the University of Central Florida.